Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and this is Gundam Log number 8. First things first, I'm done with my part-time job. Now technically I was supposed to work until the 26th, which is 8 more days, but I was working at a telemarketer, but I wasn't able to follow up their expectations, so they had to let me go. But that doesn't mean they're not paying me. They're gonna pay for every single day I worked for them. The thing that I wasn't expecting was that the payment is gonna be split in 2 ways. Basically, the last month's work payment will be coming in next week, to be precise, in 4 days. The other payment, half of the payment that I have been working this month, will be coming in next month. So there's going to be a slight delay on some of my plans, but nothing has changed yet. And the camcorder, I'll be first things first. I think I will be buying the camcorder first, because I am getting really annoyed and sick of taking this Gundam Log while I look so dark. I try to do anything I can manage, like turning on the lights, even opening up the curtains for more light, and I still look freaking dark. So I'm terribly sorry for this, but next week I'm going to get a new camera, and hopefully that this doesn't happen anymore. So today, starting from today, it's gonna be like a really G Reconquista high-grade marathon. Now, I currently have 5 G Reconquista kits, and I'm building one of them, but I still have 2 more kits to buy, and those are P Bandai exclusives, which I will be getting either next month or within 2 weeks. So stay tuned for that. But today, if you see my Facebook post or my last video, you might have noticed that I bought the high-grade Gion, Jastima, and Dahak. But today I bought 2 kits, and the 2 kits are, give me a second, is the high-grade Montero. At first I was thinking of passing on this, but the more I looked at the kit and the design, it actually kind of grew into me, and it looked like it's a really potential mobile suit, but sadly it was never seen. Well, technically in the show they mentioned a green version of the Montero, which is a mass production type. Same mobile suit, but just in green. So funny thing is that I'm surprised Bandai didn't actually make a P Bandai exclusive of this, just a color swap of the Montero as a mass production type. Kind of interesting. And the second kit I got today is actually a kit that some people from my videos, or more technically my viewers, were requesting, and that kit is the high-grade G-Lucifer. Now, at first, when I first saw this mobile suit in the anime, I was going to pass on because it had a mono eye. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but the more I looked at this kit, it had, I don't know, it's, besides the mono eye thing, it looked really interesting and unique. So I decided to go on to get this kit, and a lot of people were actually asking for this review of this. And I did check some other reviews, but they were kind of old, or no offense to those who made those videos, it's just that the number of reviews were kind of low. When you actually search in for a certain kit, usually you'd expect like 5 to 10 videos, but there weren't much on this kit, to be honest, except for the ones from Gundam Holic. Those are in Korean, so not many people will be able to look at those. So I decided to pick this up. And another question that popped out to on my post is that, is this a Gundam? Now, I was actually really not sure, but on the box it mentions Gundam G-Lucifer. Oh, it's not even this. Assuming by the name G-Lucifer or G-Self or G-Arcane, it's supposed to be a Gundam type mobile suit. And well, of course, this one has a mono eye instead of a traditional Gundam looking head. So I assume they decided to use it as a Gundam. Of course, in the show or anime from G Reconquista, they barely use the term Gundam, except for I forgot who mentioned it, but in the anime there was one character who actually mentioned the word Gundam. But besides that, none of the other main characters, I don't really remember if they use that term. Now, another hype, or the interesting fact of this kit is, I'm not sure which episode it was, it's pretty sure on 20 something, but this kit was able to use the butterfly, wooden butterfly ability. Now, assuming that this is a Gundam, and I'm pretty sure they use this based on the Turn A technology. A lot of people were confused of where G Reconquista was placed, but according to some research on the internet, it's basically 500 years after the Turn A Gundam series. Well, not that I'm too picky or edgy about it, it's just an interesting fact anyway. So, this kit, despite being a mono-eye, it's a Gundam. I don't know, let's say if it's not Gundam, I guess there's plenty of reasons, but if it is, well, it is, I guess. And even in the show, they found this in a research lab with a lot of other stuff being unbuilt. And yeah, there were some, familiar looking mobile suits that's not completed yet, or the frames. Anyway, the reason I'm making Gundam Log number 8 is, of course, I am finished building the body and head. And of course, in this case, I finished the waist as well, because usually the waist comes after the legs in the manual, but in this case, on the manual, it starts with body, head, and waist. I wish some more kits did that. So anyway, the waist was pretty simple to make, so I went for it. Now, everything was very simple to make, even the head, the body. Yeah, until this point, everything is very simple, and I haven't found anything too special yet, except for that when I opened the box, some stuff got my attention. Is the color of the beam saber effects. They're really, really dark red, or not exactly darkish red, but pinkish, hot pinkish color. And yeah, it looks very nice. And about the color, I thought this would be like white and purple, but the white isn't exactly the plain white you'd expect. It's not 100% white, but I'd rather say, let's say you have a paint bucket of white, and then you dropped a few drops of light green color. So it's like a really, really light mint green color. Now, up until those points, there's no stickers that I used. Of course, when you're building the head, if you see these black parts in the head between the mono-eye, those parts are supposed to be stickers, but I found that really unnecessary, so I used my black Gundam marker to color that up. And it turned out pretty well, I think. There's nothing I messed up for now. Now, by judging by the size of the body and head, it looks like the G Reconquista kits kind of look very small, but I hope that not all of them are going to be small. I'm hoping that's not the case. Now, since I'm making this Gundam Log video, you can expect the review for the Gundam G-Lucifer to come to be shown or uploaded tomorrow. So stay tuned for the review. Now, if I'm done building this kit, now I have technically 4 HG Reconquista kits left. So here's the part where I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Now, I started building the kits in the order I bought them, but I felt like that's gonna be boring, and here's where I start also trying to interact with my viewers. So let me get the boxes. So I have 4 of these kits. 4. And I'm gonna ask you guys to choose, since the Dahak and the Montero were piloted by the same person, and the Jastima and Jayon were being on the same side, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna basically ask you guys whether to choose, should I build this group of Gunpla piloted by the same person. So basically, if you choose this group, we'll start building the Montero first, and then the Dahak, because that's the way how they were, the order they were shown. But if you choose the other side of these two, I will be either starting with the Jayon and the Jastima. Of course, they were shown the same part, but the Jayon didn't really have much spotlight, about 1 or 2 episodes. So yeah, just for the sake of that, the Jayon first and the Jastima. So leave a comment or message me somehow to choose which one to start off, because I also bought the action base for the Jayon as well. Yeah, this is actually one of my first few times getting a backlog of kits. Another thing that you should mention or remember is that if you buy the Gundam G-Lucifer, it comes with its own action base, so no need to worry. A lot of people sometimes struggle whether to buy an action base or not. It's not just observe the box carefully, and they will mention if it has one or not. It's just the only difference with the separate action bases that you need to buy is that you can actually change the height of the action base, and you can connect with the same action base together. That's the only difference. But if you're not really picky about that, I don't think you don't need to worry that much. So anyway, thank you for watching this Gundam Log number 8. Sorry for not much new updates or interesting facts, but expect from next week. Of course, if I do order the camera, it's not gonna come right away. It's gonna take like maximum 3 days, or in short 1 or 2 days. So maybe within next week, Friday, I will be getting the camera. So expect a better quality, and this time it will be in 1080p for the Gundam Logs as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that video camera or camcorder as my review camera as well, because I'm pretty satisfied with the quality of my review videos as well. So stay tuned for new updates. Anyway, thank you for watching my Gundam Log number 8. If you found this video interesting or informative, like my videos and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or requests, leave a comment as well. I still have more Gunpla to buy and build, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.